welcome back to Jeopardy! Cyber Wonderland Edition. Today's round is related to animations of 2016. Marvin, you have the board.
Let's try Badimation for 800.
Who knows how good the Pikachu or horrible the song movie's gonna be? We can all agree this movie exists for the fans and to buy the PS4 game. Daryl, what is Ratchet and Clank? That is correct. Let's go with At the Oscars for 600. Answer the Daily Double. Let's wager 1,000, Patrick. Alright, here's your clue. While Moana was nominated for Best Animated Feature, this song was nominated alongside Can't Stop the Feeling and a bunch of La La Land musical numbers. What is How Far I'll Go? That's the song we're looking for. It exists for 200. Another Illumination summer blockbuster. Just enough money to milk it into a franchise. Daryl, what is Despicable Me 3? No, that came out a year later. Marvin,
What is Sing?
close, but that was a winter movie, not a summer movie. Jabbers,
What is The Secret Life of Pets?
you are correct.
The rabbit's in my chess club every Friday.
So that's what you've been doing every time I leave the house. And now, on with the review. In the year 2016, this movie, along with Sing, are Illumination's attempt to prove they can do more than just Despicable Me. And for the most part, they did leave a good legacy. Both received enough money at the box office, received favorable reviews than with Hop or the Dr. Seuss films, and were able enough to greenlight their own sequel. Welcome to another episode of the Wonder Reviews. It's time to let the minions out and bring the dogs in. This is my review of The Secret Life of Pets. Well, to be honest, the plot of the movie is nothing original. A dog named Max gets an adopted brother named Duke that don't seem to get along, just like in Toy Story. And just like Toy Story, Max tries to get rid of him, but it doesn't go well. And just like Toy Story, they both get lost in the big city and they had to find their way home. And just like not Toy Story, but just like Toy Story 2, there's a side plot where Gidget and her friends go on this mission to save them. Because it's a typical rivalry and the comparisons to Toy Story, it makes the plot predictable from beginning to end. We know Max and Duke are going to get along, but hardly enough, there's barely any chemistry between them. But what helps keep The Secret Life of Pets away from being a bad movie is, well, the concept of The Secret Life of Pets. It's actually well executed to see what do the pets do when their owners are not around, or how they feel about them. And there's more evidence to it with the locations our heroes have to go through, including a pet's hangout and an underground lair for the abandoned ones. And the jokes about the pets' interactions and their habits are pretty cute and funny. Speaking of jokes, that's another element the movie did well here. It does happen where I did get some good chuckles. But the way that it displays a series of jokes and having a bunch of pets going on missions, it helps give the film a certain charm. Despite being predictable and unoriginal, it's still harmless on what it's trying to be. If I can get the plot of the movie credit, it would have to be its colorful cast of characters. Although there are some that are one-dimensional, there are others that can be considered likable. The main character Matt goes on this goal to return to his owner Katie with the help of his new brother Duke. There is nothing interesting about him, and there's not much connections between him and Duke. You pretty much call them Diet, Woody, and Buzz Lightyear. The movie tries to give Duke a backstory on what his life was like before meeting Max, but they only mention it in only 2 scenes. As for the other characters, they're actually more likable than the main 2 heroes. A good example is Gidget, where she has this fiery determination to find Max because she has a crush on him. And she will receive help from other pets, including an egotistical fat cat named Chloe, a blind dog named Pops, and a dangerous hog with an uncontrollable habit named Tiberius. There are other characters like Mel, Petey, and a few others, but they're only a background character or an ally meant to supply the jokes. But then there's Snowball, the most enjoyable character of the film. Throughout the movie, he has this sick vendetta over humans, and he's pretty much a psychotic rabbit. This guy is like Bugs Bunny if he was a serial killer. He's a lot of fun, and Kevin Hart gives out a great performance. Some could argue he's the villain of the film along with his team of abandoned pets, but he acts more like an obstacle that our heroes have to go through. If there is one thing that's considered the saving grace of the movie, it would have to be the acting, including Jenny Slate, Lake Bell, Eric Stonestreet, just to name a few. The characters may not be much at first glance, but if you stick around, you will find some likability in them. It's not Despicable Me, but it certainly feels like it takes place in the same world. Although the human characters don't look that great, the animal designs brings out a lot more diversity. With all the different breeds of cats and dogs and other creatures like reptiles, birds, and other animals, they all have nice textures in their fur and scales and help build the world about the life of pets. With the character animation, they also managed to make each individual animal move respectively, not trying to be like a Looney Tunes cartoon, but make the characters move down to earth with some subtle over-the-top moments. When it comes to the backgrounds, they really don't matter here. New York is pretty much the same New York we've seen in other movies. The only exception is the sewers, where it feels like a secret underground with a disturbing atmosphere. If there is one thing Illumination is doing well with their movies, it's gotta be the animation. It's not a great 2016 movie like Finding Dory or Zootopia, but I still kinda like it. The Secret Life of Pets is a good franchise for Illumination. Yeah, the plot is predictable, but it still has some good laughs, a nice charm, a great cast, good animation, and some likable characters. If you're an Illumination fan, or you enjoy those funny/cute viral pet videos, then you might like this. I'm not sure how the sequel will go, but at least the first movie left a good impression on me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm taking my dog out for a walk and chase a minion. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe me for a new review and other project every week. I'll see you soon.